Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Punk Rock Review, home of a bunch of opinionated crap you don't care about, also the home of feedback you provide that we don't care about, keeps us on an even playing field, and we like that. Real quick shout out to our sponsor, no one. Someone give us money. Anyhow, today we got a topic that is a little near and dear to our heart, and it's going to be, kind of out there as far as, certain people's views on this and everything, depending on where you lie in the realm and sphere of, I guess, brand and product loyalty and, consumer rights for stuff, right? Alright, so of course, we are going to be talking today about Apple Music. More importantly, we're talking about Apple Music on the Android platform. So, as many of you probably don't know or do know, some of you might not, Apple Music has a, app and a way now to, of course, access your stuff on Android should you have had, like, an iTunes account or a, Apple account, whatever, and you had made purchases and stuff for music, movies, kind of digital media, things of that nature. You can now access that via your Android device through the Apple kind of music app. Now, that's great because it, kind of opens up what you've already purchased on one device and platform to another device and platform that, in theory, if you're encountering this, you've switched to from the original kind of, Apple product. So, you had an Apple phone, you had iTunes, you bought some CDs on there, and then you got an Android phone, and then it's like, I can't listen to any of my Apple stuff. Well, of course, now you can, but, and here's the big, crapola part, it is locked behind a paywall in order to access those songs, media, on an alternate device. That's right, it cost about $10 to go ahead and have access to your files that you purchased on one platform that are now available to access on the other platform, but it's behind a paywall in order to do so. So we think this is garbage. We think this is very, very underhanded as far as, a consumer's rights is concerned, especially because you've purchased, X amount of media or whatever that, legally, we think. I mean, we ain't lawyers, so don't ever take any of our advice, in regards to that. But, I mean, there's got to be something where, like, you've put money into obtaining a digital good or service or whatever, and then you, can't access it on other devices without paying to access it on other devices because it's not the original, platform, device that you purchased it on. All right, so with it being digital and being able to transfer and stuff, it's just a load of garbage, and it's just another way for, I guess Apple to make an extra amount of money so that they can invest in figuring out how to add more cameras to their phones. That's right. Because if there's one thing we know, it's that, all of these new iPhones that are coming out, they need more cameras. There's not enough. They need to have cameras around the outside edges. They need to have cameras in every corner. And they need to have a camera right in the center. They also need to have cameras in your house, one preferably in your bathroom, 2 in your bathroom, 1 in your bedroom, and then 4 in your kitchen. That's right. So if you pay to access your files that you already paid to have access to, then you just need to pay again in order to access them somewhere else, because Apple needs money. They're going broke. They're not making anything. And it really is for everyone's benefit once they're able to kind of reinvest all of this, generated revenue from folks that are, somewhat forced to, go ahead and make that little payment into that paywall to access their stuff. People are forced into doing that. Apple can then take all those funds and re-divert it and invest it into creating more cameras. That's right, more cameras for everyone. Oh, Apple, man, what sucks is that with this little Apple Music, app that you can get on Android, if you did not have to buy into accessing all of your digital things that you purchased on the Apple platform, if you didn't have to buy into that, personally as consumers, we would probably switch to that as our main media kind of platform, because we do have a lot of stuff from being a past Apple user. We would probably buy into that and continue to purchase stuff from there. But what we won't do is buy access to what we already purchased in order to, increase things and purchase more that way. So they're actually going to cost themselves more money for, in regards to consumers like us, who refuse to do so. But if they had just free access to your stuff through there, we would definitely be purchasing more stuff. In fact, I think I still have credit, on an Apple account somewhere or another. But are we going to use that? Well, maybe one day, but no time soon. And we damn sure aren't going to pay no $10 to access the old stuff that we downloaded before. So Apple, you's not making us very happy. So maybe go ahead and turn some of those 3 bajillion cameras around and take a good long picture of yourself. Oh, Apple. Apple Music on Android, behind a paywall. What do we think of you? Well, just like you gave to us on that, having to pay $10 to access our stuff, we're going to go ahead and give you a nice hand waving at you. Yay! Oh, his ring finger's a little long, but you get the gist. There you go, Apple. Make all of your consumers happy. Make us happy by going ahead, removing that paywall, and then allowing us to access everything that we've already purchased from you, and then proceed to allow us to purchase more. But we're not going to pay to have access to what we already paid for, only to pay to have more stuff, put on. So, your service is obsolete as far as we're concerned. Until you fix that, you need to get rid of that paywall in order to access your stuff. Let other platform users access what they already purchased, and then, once you do that, you will probably, actually reap greater benefits by having them continue to be patrons and customers of your services and your sites and whatever else. At least we definitely would be. iTunes is a very solid platform for what it is, and stable, and, this, that, the other, but, I ain't gonna pay for nothing, that I don't gotta pay for, and we don't like to pay for anything, because we're cheap. So, give us money. Have a good one. You probably didn't. We'll catch you next time. Probably won't.